good, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of What Are They Cooking, the series where we feature all of the greatest audience replays that you guys have sent into the channel. Speaking of which, if you want to do so, go to the Discord link in the description and just put them in the Edison Format replays channel. I'll take a look at them, and maybe they'll end up on one of these episodes. So starting out, we have a bit of a treat here. This is a War League replay, which we don't usually get too many of. I don't even know if we've had one of these before. Then again, we've had, like, tournament replays from RBT and stuff on here, so I guess this is not quite as crazy as that, but you know, War League, it's still competitive gameplay at a high level. So here we have a match between some really long name and one of the Elite Four guys. They're like too cool to play on their own account though, so they have like a team account. So we're playing Gadgets. This looks like it's got like Gale and Spear Reaver. It's like and Hammer Shot is 2010 Gadgets, just like fully which is the correct way to play Gadgets on it. You gotta like fully embrace the ancient technology of Gadgets, I think, if you want to play that deck properly. And then the opponent is on looks just like Hero Frogs to me. So they're gonna go 1-for-1 straight into the sub on turn 1, figuring, hey, I got the combo. Might as well just do it. They can't end on double dupe, though, because their only normal summon was dupe. So the Gadget player just going to pass here. I mean, I guess you could have outed all this, but then you just got, like, a Gale chilling on your field, or probably eat a Caius. Not great. So they're going to bring back the Treeborn Frog in attack mode. Very important that you bring this back in attack mode, by the way. Getting into the swap, which they left one in deck. Obviously, this frog player is just bigger brain than me. I always just go through all of them whenever I'm playing frogs, like most of you probably do, but this is why I'm not a frog player. So we're going to go set 2 here, and for once in the history of frogs, they actually don't have Storm, but they do have main deck Unifrog. However, both of our back row are battle traps, so it's not really going to matter. Still, the opponent gets a +1 there with the Treeborn Frog. We're going to summon out Gale the Whirlwind, and it looks like we're just going to, what? Oh, we're going Black Rose. All right, we're just blowing everything. This does not seem like a very efficient Black Rose drag. Like, maybe if our Mirror Force wasn't there, you know, I could see it, but we just, like, lost our Mirror Force for no reason. We are down bad on cards. Okay, they bounced their own Treeborn back to hand, and then they set a card, heavily implying that this would be a discard trap, but actually it's not the Geki Break, it is the Threatening Roar. So what do we do here? Do we want to just, like, kill this thing, try to poke with Reaper, force out the back row? It looks like that is the plan that we're opting to go for. The Threatening Roar going to get used, though. And now Kai is going to banish our Reaper. They go Rhoda, add, so they can pitch the special swap, and then Miracle, and then we're just dead. Okay. That was not great. That was not a great game number 1. Maybe we can pull it back in game number... Look at the hatred. The absolute, the vile evil. Oh my god, Stratos still just, like, walks over all this. Oh no. How do we... This is not a great way to out the... Okay, Cyber Dragon. Cyber Dragon will do it. Are they going to Geki Break us? They will Geki Break the Cyber Dragon. Okay, we set Warrior Lady. We set D-Prison as well. And then we flip Mask of Restrict. Mask of Restrict, Macro Cosmos. Screenshot this right now. This poor frog player. They're just trying to play the game. And they're up staring down a Macro and a Mask of Restrict. Okay, we're going to flip up the Warrior Lady. Try to attack, but there is a Geki Break. The Alias still... Just beating over everything. That's Stratos went so far, man. All right, we're gonna Smashing Ground. Dust Tornado gonna be changed, so the hero does get to go to the graveyard, meaning that this Miracle could potentially be live because they already have a water. We're gonna summon a Gadget and we're going to attack. We have in our hand the second Mask of Restrict is our only sort of defense card, so not too useful. They go into the Absolute Zero and hit over our Gadget. Set Geki Break pass. We can just Fissure and summon another Gadget though, so I mean we're kind of fine. Do we want to set this Mask of Restrict here just in case they... I don't know. Even if they Geki Break out it, it's like... they don't have any plays because they'll be out of cards. They just let this Typhoon go. Figure the Mirror Force could potentially... Or the Mirror Force. The Brain Control could potentially be more valuable. Although without the ability to tribute things, I don't know how valuable the Brain Control could really be. Yeah, I mean, if we had chained the Geki Break, we could have summoned Sub and then gone into a Dupe Frog, which wouldn't have worked, but... well, defense mode sub isn't much better anyway, so we're just gonna get banished. Going down to very low on life. The Brain Control no longer usable at this point, and we draw into Solix, which is useless. The onslaught of floodgates was enough in game number 2. Will it be enough in game number 3? Let's find out. Let's find out. Opponent is... They have Breaker in here. Dang. Breaker and discard traps and Dust Tornado. Will they have enough outs to the floodgates? Will they have enough? We're going to set Mask of Restrict. That gets Dust Tornado. All right, floodgate number 1 outed. We summon Yellow Gadget. Add a Green Gadget. We swing into the Dupe Frog. Are we... We're just going to have to fissure a Dupe Frog, I'm pretty sure. Like, that's just how it goes. All right, we're going to bottomless the Breaker. So the Breaker just kind of didn't do anything. All right. We summon a Green Gadget. And here comes the play that we were talking about. Fissure the Dupe Frog. God, it feels so bad. They add a Treeborn Frog. Probably just going to hold on to Geki Break in case we set something in the end phase. We do set a Bluff Vortex to try and force it out, which is going to work. Geki Break going to get used on kind of a just worthless card. Caius going to be summoned. That trades with the whole field. All right. What can we do now? We can summon a Gadget. Yeah, that's usually what Gadgets do. I was thinking about if we summoned Banisher there. Then it's like, I guess they don't want to bring back Treeborn. But also they might just have a hero and run over your Banisher since there's no back row. Instead, we're getting Caius again. That kind of seemed like a suboptimal Caius. I don't know. It's like Caius doesn't get a whole lot of value against Gadgets anyway, I guess. So you might as well just use it for pressure. And let's see. We're going to set the Trap Hole. Now we have the Banisher out. They're going to revive the Treeborn Frog. Try to summon the Uni to just kill our back row. We could have... No, we cannot Trap Hole that because... It's less than 1k, so gets under the Trap Hole. Very funny interaction. We're going to summon DD War Lady, but Torrential Tribute. Oh, no. Oh, no, we didn't get to banish the Treeborn, and they got another Treeborn now, too. This is not looking fantastic. Don't we have Fossil Dynas, man? Where's our... Wow, we could have gone for game here. We could have gone for game, but I guess respecting the possibility of Fader or Gores just, like, losing you the game on the spot. Understandable. So... Opponent can't clear the Gadgets right now, though. They're sort of walling. Smashing ground. That's enough to go for it. Wow, this Frog player just couldn't do anything to wall here? He could have specialed Swap, I guess. It wouldn't have felt great, but he could have specialed Swap. Wow. That's such a weird way for that to end, because the Frog player had tons of cards. But, like, I don't know. What happened? What happened, indeed? Next match, we have Monster Mash. We don't get Monster Mash replays too often, but when we do, I always make sure to feature them, because one of my all-time faves. We're going to see that we are up against Fairies, and now Jinzo going to be Tribute Summoned. This looks like it might be Tethys Fairies, actually. Although yeah, because they're just on 2 different draw... I mean, Jar of Greed, are you really telling me you're not playing Tethys with Jar of Greed? Well, I mean, this is the only play we have available, and it's... admittedly a pretty good play. I mean, ramming for... Although we go so low on life here. Go so low on life. We die on the spot to like a lot of things, actually. But a lot of things that aren't in the Monster Match deck because we don't have Brain Control or anything like that. So Christia might just be enough. Christia, maybe, possibly, especially with, like, Herald backing it. Maybe it's just... Although... okay, we summoned Ryza. We just negate that, right? I mean... No? What? How do you... Well, goodbye, buddy. We got 3 Gallis in our hand. There's no way you're not dead. Gallis number 2. R.I.P. We orange like Gallis number 2. But then Gallis number 3. Why did you let your Christia get outed? There's like no way we're going to lose. Oh. Alright, whatever. Game 2, we go Summon Valley, set Book of Moon. Not a strong opening move, honestly. We're going to summon our own Gallis here. Then bring out Caius. Okay, try to attack. That might just get booked. No, it does not get booked. We're saving book for next game. Instead, are we going to book it this time? Are we going to book it this time? Yes, okay. Now we will summon Dimalk. Banish a Jar of Greed. This has to have Tethys in it. It just can't be Fairies with Jar of Greed, right? It just can't be. It just... Okay, Warrior Lady's going to out the Dimalk. Turbo Warrior, which we made for some... I mean, I guess against Fairies, making drills kind of suicidal, because, like, Orange Lake Christia... There's a lot of things that just mess it up. Let's see, Shining Angel. We're just going to double Honest for game, right? Nope, we're just going to 1 Honest for not game. Or no, what am I talking about? I think I had the life points mixed up here. Yeah, not game, never mind. Never mind, not even close to game. What was I thinking? How much would it have been? 39? Yeah, it's totally stupid to double Honest there. Totally dumb, totally ridiculous. We bring down the Fader. We're going to kill the Shining Angel. Mirror Force should just be used. Yeah, okay. We draw into a Dust Shoot, and then we normal summon the Honest and we poke, but the Dust Shoot is unfortunately dead for the moment. We're going to set a Legacy of Yada. Opponent summons the Sphere. Hashtag buy Sphere. Searching the Gallis, always very cool. We're going to see the Legacy of Yada chain, and then the Gores will come down. Okay, we get a Gores token, 1600. We can't kill the Sphere like this because, yeah, it's only... You gotta like attack it twice or something. Yeah, we could have used the Honest, or we could have just crashed our other guy. Okay, they just don't know. They just don't know. They just don't understand. They haven't read Sphere. I see. Dust Shoot finally going to be resolved. We can take away the Caius, but they can still just substitute. We have to take the Caius because Caius plus Gallis kills us, though. So I think that's sensible. I think that was very sensible, actually. Very good Dust Shoot. Very good Dust Shoot usage. Let's see. We're going to go through the whole frog thing where they summon our entire deck, get the uni, but of course it is just another draw trap. Main obstacle now is going to be how are we outing these dupe frogs, and actually, are we just dead to Gallis? If it hits a level 4 monster, we're dead. Okay, hit it. Just like nuked by Gallis to death twice, huh? Although game 1, it was our fault. It was our fault, but wow. Alright, so this was Quick Draw Frog Monster Mash. I like it. I like it indeed. Next up, we've got, it's been a while since we showcased aliens on the channel, and this guy was doing like a thing with Vortex Trooper and Limit Reverse that I've been trying to do in a number of different decks, so I think it's pretty cool. Opponent is just playing the worst Amarillis build I've ever seen or something. I mean, I don't mean to be mean here, but like, playing Caius and Miracle Fertilizer. What's going on here? Alright, well, they Caius our back row. It's a shame they didn't hit the Limit Reverse. It's a shame they didn't hit the Limit Reverse. I could have told another great lesson about Caiusing the back row, but no, it works out. We shouldn't have set this in the first place, actually. But yeah, our offerings to Snake Deity, dead indeed. We're going to get our Vortex Trooper, hit over 2400 damage. So the one thing about Vortex Trooper kind of sucks is in these Limit Reverse decks, it is very minus tempo, but I don't know. I think it's definitely like worth trying out. We go for Mistworm. Phoenix Wing Blast going to be chained, outing our Mistworm. We put everything back to the hand, including the Caius. Well, including... Did we not target the Caius? Maybe we intentionally didn't target the Caius because we don't want to put Caius back to their hand, I guess? I didn't see... Did we actually just not target Caius, or did the opponent just cheat us? I'm very confused. I'm going to assume that we just didn't target the Caius, because I feel like there's no way... There's no way you wouldn't notice them just leaving the Caius on the field by. So we must have just chosen not to target it, which I think is probably a mistake, because it's not frogs. Like, they don't just set up the Caius for free. Why not just put it back? All right, we go for Ammonite here. This is bad because they have Phoenix Wing. We don't even like prio the effect here. Why would we not prio the effect here? We can bounce all our stuff. We just have to scoop now. Okay. Well, tough game 1. Tough game 1. We're going game 2. Opponent summons Lila, gets banished. RIP. We're going to summon out Alien Warrior. Is this Amarillis list from, like, Raleigh or something? There was one with Miracle Fertilizer, but I don't think it had Caius in it. I don't think it had Caius in it. So maybe it's not that one. I don't know. They're going to set Phoenix Wing. We end phase Dust Tornado. We're 7 tools? Why are we on 7 tools? No, really, why are we on 7 tools? Okay, Miracle Fertilizer. We're actually solemn judgmenting the Miracle Fertilizer. Is Titanial that much of a threat to the alien deck? I mean, maybe. We summon a 4th warrior, just no cares, Torrential Mirror. Let's just summon more guy. I mean, it still all just gets outed by the Call of the Haunted summon Titanial. I think we should have Brain Crashed here, probably, because maybe with Mirror Force you don't need to, but whatever. We stack for Plague. We're going to make Mistworm again. Okay, we try to put it all back. Or the Mistworm negates. Or the... How did I get that wrong twice? Yeah, Titanium's just going to negate it. And, let's see. Solar Recharge doesn't do anything. No, I swear, that list didn't have Solar Recharge either. What? This has got to be... We're just off on our own. Maybe I didn't look closely enough at that list. Maybe it did have Solar Recharge and Caius, but I don't think it did. I'm going to assert this is probably not that list, but... Maybe, I don't know. We draw into... Opponent just scoops after they don't have a way to not die next turn. Because their deck plays too many bricks. Okay, they just tried to miracle fertilizer an Amarillis, bro. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, my guy? What are we doing, my dude? All right, well, we don't have monsters. We don't have monsters, so we're setting 5. Okay, and they don't have monsters either. There's no monsters in game 3. No, okay, there's one. Plague Spreader Zombie, going to attack directly. We draw into a Starlight Road. Maybe we should set that, because if they storm, we have to Judgment. That's kind of awkward. We end phase Typhoon, okay. We draw into Vortex Trooper, just sets everything. Opponent summons out a Lila, we're going to have to Fiendish that, but then they just synchro off. Do we Fiendish that as well? We do. We draw into Magic Planter, draw two more cards. That's pretty nice. Opponent draws Trade In, draw 2 more cards. Also pretty nice. They're going to summon Lila. Why not just pop the Fiendish and then attack with this guy? Yeah, I don't know. We're going to hit a random back row instead. We hit the Starlight Road. Okay, he just wanted to hit the random back row more, I guess. The random back row could have been Legacy of Yato or Limit Reverse, in which case you'd have gotten punished. There was actually like a 2 in 3 chance that you just get absolutely owned there, but it didn't even happen. This guy's never punished for hitting the random back row, apparently. We're going to attack with Card Trooper. That's going to trade pretty well. Amarillis come back. We're kind of getting owned here. I'm not going to lie. Using Armageddon to send just like Limit Reverse targets is kind of funny, but it like doesn't send anything. You got to play like, I guess Plague Spreader's in here. So at least you have a target that isn't just like a Limit Reverse meme. Opponent's stacking for Plague. They're going to Synchro level 8 into Thought Ruler Archfiend, which, even if we had another Fiendish, can't really do that to Thought Ruler. The opponent now has 9,400 life points and brings back an Amarillis. We're going to call back Armageddon Knight. Now we're doing the Plague play. Stack for Plague. Make a Mist. We just like making Mistorm a lot. We really love summoning Mistorm, and we can make an Ammonite play now. Okay, so maybe this is how we get back into the game. Cosmic Fortress Golgar can just, like, bounce all of these, get a bunch of A counters, and then we reset all of the back row. And okay, we bounce all the wait. Does this bounce? Oh, you can do any number, so it doesn't just like Trunate all the face up ones. So you can just leave the fertilizer there and kill it. I guess that's neat. Yeah, I mean the opponent is realizing they're pretty screwed here. The reason is obvious. We just like activate all of our continuous cards, and then Golgar bounce them, get more A counters, kill their set monster, draw a bunch of cards, and there's basically just no coming back from that for them. So it's going to be the end for the Amarillis player. What is this build? I maybe it's just random. I don't think it's that listed top. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Moving on to the final replay, we've got Amarillis versus Zeta Reticulant. Why do we run into so many Zeta Reticulant opponents? Is this? I think it's like a thing on ladder. People just like playing Keegan's builds on ladder or something. So hit into the Morphing Jar. Morphing Jar, man. This card goes hard. So we're going to get some tokens. And the opponent just sets a couple. They're on Dark Core. Gotta be real, I'm not a supporter of Dark Core. Like, Karma Cut is a thing. Do you really need a Dark Core? I don't know. Wow, we're just so positive right now. We're so positive. The Amarillis is coming back. We're milling cards. Yeah, how does the opponent come back from this? They Typhoon our Brain Control. They Tribute Summon Caius. That gets rid of the Amarillis. And then they get a token because of the Graveyard Zeta Reticulant. All right, now they drop Dad. That's a cool thing about the Zeta deck is you can just play Dad in there. And yeah, that's solid. They're not going to pop anything, though. I mean, they could have popped just like 2 cards and done some damage, but maybe they want to save the Dad pops. Because you don't want to banish the dude, the Zeta. We're going to go Titanial Crash, just get rid of the Dark Arm Dragon. Opponent going to swing with the Caius, hit us for some damage. We summon Card Trooper. Are we Torrentialing here? Please tell me we are. We are not. Damn, that's greedy as hell. Are we Torrentialing here? No. All right, we're just going to wait. We're going to wait for them to flip some Warrior Lady, which is like basically accomplishes the same thing as if we had aggressively Torrentialed, but it's way riskier. We trade in, and then we DDR Pitch Necro Gardener. Feels good. Summon out the Lord Poison. Attack in for a ton of damage. Titanial has to be crazy annoying for Zeta, actually, because it just, like, negates all of your banished cards. So we're going to go for a Botanical Lion. So I guess we're on one of these builds with Botanical Lion. We're going to hit in with the Botanical Lion, and the opponent just scoops. Okay. I mean, I don't think they were they dead? Maybe they were dead. How big was that Botanical Lion, actually? It was going to do 15, and the Titanial was going to do 4. So maybe they actually were dead. That's conceivable. How much were they on? 29 life? I'm not going to go back and look at their life. I'm just going to assume that they were correct and that they were dead. So we hit into a Shining Angel. Actually, how much stuff is in the Zeta deck? It looks like it's Fairy Zeta, but it was on some, like, other stuff too, right? I don't know. We're getting orange lighted. They just... Hey, it puts Zeta in the grave, stops Titanium from coming down. D-Prison is now alive. We could have just prisoned there. Instead, we opt to try to go into the Warrior Lady. To be fair, there is a decree set, so the prison wouldn't have worked. We're going to go for a Hidden Armory here. Go into DDR so that we can do nothing. Because, yes, we don't have an Amarillis. We don't have a mark. We have no set. We're just going to have to set Raikou and try and mill an Amarillis. Oh, we can't set because of we used the Hidden Armory. Actually, why did we use that Hidden Armory? That just seemed like a... Like, we shouldn't have used that Hidden Armory. We're going to Raikou kill the Honest, obviously. No need to go after the back row, considering that we have a decree set. So now we're going to trade in. We milled the Amarillis. We milled Amarillis and Plague. A godly mill there for us. Our graveyard is now just completely loaded. We go Hidden Armory again. Grab Mark of the Rose. Probably just going to... No, we're actually going to mark a Necrogardna just so we can get aggressive here, which, I mean, kind of makes sense. We have the decree set. We figure we can get away with anything. So now we're going to attack with a bunch of dudes, and the opponent is going to have to find a way to do something into this big Titanial board, which their deck, like we mentioned, does not handle fantastically well. However, they could make a Catastor here, but they just don't. Why don't they just make Catastor? You got to get rid of that Titanial, my guy. Okay, we're going to try to Sork in main... That's not going to work. There's a Oh, I see their plan. Their plan was actually pretty brilliant. I like that. I like that a lot. And now with the Titanial getting... Or the Amarillis getting banished with the Titanial getting destroyed... the Red Zeta is in the graveyard, so we get a token. And the Necrogardna is going to come back. We banish some volcanic counters because we forgot to do that, and they are mandatory. We stack for Plague, activate Brain Control. This should just out absolutely everything. But with the Plague banished, we do get another token. So we're going to hit over some stuff, and we're going to presumably pass at this point. Typhoon. Why did we just rando Typhoon there when we could have set it? I don't know. We're going to try to deprison the Thought Ruler? No, that's not going to work. Like, okay, they get Warrior Lady back. We got to hope that they just hit into our thing here. We got to hope. We send another Amarillis, which is rough. Opponent's on 500 life points. So if that Amarillis hits the graveyard, it is going to be the end of the game for them. They do get 2 more tokens here to wall with. And then they get the Necrogardna back. However, there's a deprison that could potentially stop this Amarillis. We're going to go into Magical Android and start gaining life points. Now, 1 Amarillis is not sufficient. We will not die to that. Will we be using the Hidden Armory here? That is the question. We will be using it for Mark of the Rose to try and go for a game, but the deprison on the Amarillis should just save us here. And then 2 more tokens as well. Wait, only 1 more token? Oh, there's only 1 Zeta down there. There's also a Necrogardna down there. Yeah. Are they on, like, Armageddonite 2 or something? It kind of looks like they are. I forget if we saw that earlier. I kind of blanked out at game number 1. All right, we're going to stack for Plague. Why? Why are we stacking for Play? You can just... Oh, he wants to get rid of the mark. Okay, never mind. It all is clear. We go into AFD. Allure of Darkness, blind, because we're desperate at this point, but don't find anything. We draw into Brain Control, hit over the set monster. It is a Sangan. Sangan's going to go ahead and get Lord Poison, which can crash into the Ancient Fairy Dragon and revive the Titanium, but there's a Necrogardna, which is going to stop that from happening. Opponent draws into Zeta. They can special summon this by tributing the token, which they will do in defense mode. Their plan is to deck us out, I guess. We go for charge, and we mill our final 2 Lightsworn targets. Not good. Not good. We're going to set a Dandelion. Opponent sets a Brain Control. We tribute summon Titanial, and now we get a couple of tokens. And I think we have lethal with the volcanic counter here. Wait, no, we don't do it. Why wouldn't you go for it, man? You have a volcanic counter. You could just ram, take 800, and then burn for 800 more. Instead, we hit over the Zeta and inflict 800, and now we wait another turn. Opponent draws into an Armageddonite. Let's see, what's down here? Too many fairies to summon that Christia. We're going to special summon the Armageddonite, send Caius, tribute both for... What? Tribute both to kill ourselves. I mean, I guess there's no way to stop the Amarillis from dying, so it's, it's lost no matter what. But funny final turn by the opponent. Okay, that's the final replay that we have for today, that's going to wrap it up. As always, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought in the comments. I'll see you next time. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Furthermore, if you enjoy my content, you should think about becoming a channel member. You get access to tons of bonus content, and it's a great way to help support the channel.